In today's short video, we're gonna try to push the number 1, 2, and 3 in the world at the same time in Clash Royale, which is gonna be one of the best achievements ever in Clash Royale history, and we're gonna try it today. In case you guys don't wanna miss any Clash Royale content just like that, make sure to subscribe, make sure to use critical mod in the shop, and let's directly jump into the first game here facing Lava. And Lava is a matchup which a ton of you guys are like struggling with, at least what I saw. But honestly, if people ask me what's the best matchup for the stack, it has to be Lava, because it's so tough for the opponents to actually defend this type of combination, especially with the boss bandit. Most of these Lava decks have 2 ground defenses, Valkyrie and also the guards. So if both of them are out, you can just go with the bandit aggressively. That's why we take tower immediately with the doppel bandit dash. And yeah, so now it's all about cycling towards the Evo Dart Goblin. If the Evo Dart Goblin gets one shot on top of any troop, the poison just takes it out immediately. So go Wallbreaker to cycle into the next Dark. I want to play my Spear Gobs to the side so I don't give him too much spell value. So we're just going to play Tear Fire Spit to set up the next Evo Dire to the next Dart Goblin. This guy has Freeze, which is a bit surprising. But yeah, I mean, nothing we can really do about that. So I'm just using my Ice Spit really, really nice, man. I love the Bush. Why do I like the Bush Wallbreaker combination so much? The Wallbreaker are not just good on defense, they're also good on offense as well. I mean, they're good on offense, but also defense as well against all of these big pushes. And as well, which is really nice with this deck, is the Bush. Because you can always cycle the Bush no matter what the opponent has on the board, unless it's a building, right? If the opponent is pushing with a Lava Loon push, or like with a Golem push, with a Pekka push, you can just go Bush at the bridge, because troops are gonna ignore it. I mean, it's pretty obvious they're gonna ignore it, right? But still, it's like so nice, because even if the opponent's like a big Pekka Battle Ram push, a big Pekka, or like an E-Golem push, you can just play Bush in the same lane, and it's really, really, really nice. And yeah, we just take out tower immediately. I mean, this is like a really free matchup for us. There's nothing the opponent can honestly do. So as long as you're keeping up the pressure really well, you know exactly when the opponent has his ground cards in cycle. This is really important. I don't really think it's important to always know what the opponent has in his cycle, but it's important to know the opponent's win conditions and opponent's counter cards to your main win condition cards. That's what you have to keep in mind. So, an example here, when does the opponent has his Lava Loon back in cycle, and when does the opponent has his Valkyrie and guards not in cycle, so we can get as much value out of our boss bandit as we can. In case you guys don't have boss bandit, use the normal bandit, or let's go use the Prince Alexander deck. So now we're gonna face one of the most difficult matchups in the entire game, which is gonna be Pump Bow. Nothing against Pump, nothing against Bow. This is gonna be so tough for us to deal with. So I'm just gonna go for my Sus Bush at the bridge, bro. Man, there's so many bushes right there. Also under my pant. Weird. So we just go out for the Spear Goblins here at the bridge and just trying to get some decent amount of chips, cycling our Evo Dart Goblin or like our normal Dart Goblin to get towards the Evo. You want to really cycle your Evos as quick as you can. So it's just like a small thing how you can kind of improve your Clash Royale gameplay is when the opponent has, and when you have like the decision between going Wallbreaker at the bridge first play or Bush, you always want to go Wallbreaker to get your Evo quicker. Also guys, this deck, there are gonna be different videos about like different decks in the future as well, of course, as always. I made like few different videos on this deck already, because I honestly think this deck is currently one of the, if not the best deck to push up in Clash Royale, because, especially in lower ladder, people don't know how to defend it, right? Like, people still don't know how to defend Bush, people don't know about this card, bro, and you have so much pressure. So if you guys have this deck leveled up, you can use boss band and so on. Please use this deck and let me know in the comment section how does it work for you in mid ladder, because I feel like the outplay potential there is heavy, and you can defend so quickly, so nice. You get easy king tag durations against any type of decks, like, you know, Magnet example of like double Spirit, Spear Goblin Spirit, Dark Goblin Spirit, and you can just use so much pressure. And the Evo Dark Goblin is just going to be one of the key cards in this deck. So we're just going to go for the Evo Dark Goblin here at the bridge, because I know he just pumped, and also we know he doesn't have lock and cycle just yet, so he has to go late lock, and this means we do get a ton of chip damage there. And now we're going to do a really smart play. I know he just has Fire Spirit, so it's time for us. Wallbreaker, lock prediction, boom, bam, bam, and this means the Evo Archers are dog shit, that we're going to take down tower immediately. And this is awesome for us, because right now, like a 1-0 situation against like really difficult matchup against like Xbow is going to be really key. And look at the Dart Goblin just cleaning up anything. So he still has to defend the Dart Goblin, otherwise he's going to lose his pump. So look at this, bro. He's still going to lose the pump. I'm just going to go now Ice Spit in the pocket, in the middle, to make sure that we get a freeze effect. And this is like what happened, right? The one archer got frozen, and this means we do get a connection there out of the Xbow. So it's now all about like cycling back to that. I was kind of hoping, or like, I'm kind of hoping that this opponent goes for the Logbait early, but he does not. I can just like distract his Evo Iceberg, like his E-Spirit, and that's how we're doing it, man. This deck, it makes so much fun to play. To be fair, it's 8s. If I'm gonna be honest, it's 8s to play against, bro. It's like one of the worst decks to ever face in the entire game. If I face this deck with a different deck, it's so annoying. But this deck actually destroys fucking beatdown decks. If you guys hate Lava, if you guys hate Golem, this deck does so well against it. So use this deck if you really want to have success in Clash Royale and you want to push up and want to beat worse players. Like if you're feeling like, okay, I'm losing against players which are just worse than me because of like the dog ass wall deck, use this type of deck. So number 1 on the first account, but let's continue the grind. Facing off Wallace in the next game here on our second account, which is called Mormal. Man, like, you know, the Mormal account is actually goated. So I just maxed, like I did max, I have like few decks maxed. Actually got the boss bandit max now, so I'm really happy about that. So we're just gonna go in there for a Dark Golem there at the bridge and trying to get as much away as we can. I just love going early high Dark Ops. This is gonna be really a tough matchup because, yeah, it seems like this guy plays Royal Giant with the Tombstone. Fishboy, I think he's actually using a deck which Mo used in the CRL top 32 stage against the Mugi, where he got like the win over Mugi, the GOAT, both GOAT duel. So I'm just gonna go Spear Guns at the right hand side. I want to keep up the pressure here, and so far we're doing a really good job. They're going for the boss band in the back. The activate the free card cycle is always so important for you guys. You really want to activate the free card cycle to make sure to get as much value as you can out of our like troops. So you want to get like the Evo Volleys quicker, the Evo Dark Golem quicker, the Spear Ups quicker, the Fire Spit quicker, just everything way quicker, so you get way more pressure. So it was a really nice sequence because the Monk actually pushed the boss band a bit more far away, and this means we do get a really nice connection there. Or like a really nice dash top of the Wizard, so he had to kind of overspend there. We just go bush there because we know his Tombstone is out, so he kind of has to respawn something he doesn't want to respawn with. So look at this, I can just go for my Fire Spirit here, and this means he has to go Fisher high, but I think he still should have gone just like Fisher low and tanked the Fire Spirit splash instead of like letting all the small bush guys getting on top of the towers. So he's just gonna go for this. I'm using my boss band in the back. I don't really want to use my Evo Dark Golem just yet. I want to get with the Evo Dark Golem value on the Monk or on top of the Royal Giant. Don't waste it. So look at this, right? So we're just gonna go bush opposite lane. I don't want to give him too much spell value. And here I'm just gonna go immediately for my Dark Golem on top of the Monk, because one shot of the Monk and it's gonna be dead. So look at this. And it's really, really nice because now I can just pop the ability there. I'm just gonna go lock hit the Monk as well. So the Monk is gonna die soon because of the poison. So he has to still commit something. And we still get a dash there. So at least the shield from the Evo Wizard is not there anymore. So it's really nice. Now just time to go for my Bushy at the bridge. And we just need 1 or 2 shots. Nah, we didn't really get like the important shots there. So because of the just like the curse coming down, and curse overall is like of course really, really solid against the bush. Tombstone also really annoying for us to kind of deal with, but at least not as good as Evo Cannon. So he's going to take some damage, and I think it's the right choice to get more damage. So I know he's going to be able to get a ton of damage now, but as long as I'm defending this push, I'm completely fine, guys. I'm completely fine, guys. So I'm just going to go Spear Up slow. Whenever his Monk ability is over, I can just go for a perfect lock there, make sure to push everything back. Now go late Fire Spirit here. Skulls are going to, like, Ice Spirit's going to do a really good job of freezing everything. Fire Spirit's going to clean up the goblins. Now we got a good push on both sides. So it's time for the sus bush on the left-hand side. Spear Guns are going to chip on the right-hand side, but we want to go left-hand side. We don't really want to go same lane. We want to go opposite lane. So time for a lock. This means he still has to go for a Tombstone. So look at the spears getting insane value. Evo Wallies, he doesn't have too much against Evo Wallies. So I'm just going to go for this. He's going to go for the curse plus Evo Zap. So just go immediately for the bush at the bridge. Go lock, Ice Spit, Fire Spit on the right hand side. Opponent wasn't able to defend it because Evo Zap and also the curse wasn't enough. So GG's, well played with Mormal. We're doing really good. Continue the grind. That's gonna be the game to get us number 2 on our second account here against an away opponent. This guy plays any type of recruits, and yeah, if you see the skeleton board, you can already confirm it's gonna be recruits. There could be also a possibility of them playing any type of Magonite, but I know this guy, bro. Like, if you're like on top level, you guys know most of the opponents immediately. Or like the decks immediately, so that's kind of thing. We're just gonna go for the bush on the left hand side and doing a really good job of just trying to bait out something. He goes for the recruits. Of course, mainly to just try to bait out something, maybe generate a positive elixir trade, and then soon have the Evo recruits. I think the Goblin Gang split wasn't too good. That's like a really nice log to get off the Spear Golem. Just go Ice Spirit. You always want to get like value out of your defensive troops. So just like a sneaky Ice Spirit allows us to get like 500, 600 damage more. So look at this. We're just gonna go pop the ability immediately to get an extra Big Baba Boo Boo Dash with like 800 damage extra on tower for just 1 elixir. It's really nice. I'm just gonna low spears. Really nice Spear Golems low there, and making sure to get as much value as we can out of them. So Spear Golems are gonna go walking the road, the Anfield Road, man. What's your favorite football club, by the way? Let me know in the comment section. So horrible wall breakers. If you play the wall breaker just straight up at the bridge, they do connect against Cannoneer and also Dagger Dodgers. But if you play him like that, I mean, he's a recruits player, not gonna lie. So don't really expect too many micro interactions. Even just wall breaker at the bridge. Even that, bro, like for a recruits player, that's really tough. So I'm just gonna go for my log there. Also gonna go Fire Spirit like this. And here I'm just gonna go for my Boss Bandit to left hand side. I'm just gonna support with Evo Wallbreaker. Like Boss Bandit, Evo Wallbreaker is one of the nicest push, because if they place something on top of that, the Evo Wallbreaker will explode and they're gonna kill everything. Spear Goblin's low, doing a really good job there, distracting everything. I could have popped the ability, but I was like, I'm not sure if it's worth it. That's really nice because of the log. We got back to another Fire Spirit, and we don't really have to worry too much about. I should have gone Ice Spirit, I think. I was like, maybe saving the 1 elixir on offense, but I don't really think it was necessary. Even we can now go Spears and Ice Spirit on a Skank, so maybe it wasn't too bad. But like I always normally like to go in for, like as you guys can see here, with my spirits, when the bush pops, so the tower is gonna retarget on top of the spirit, and the bush gets some extra damage. For like just 1 elixir, Fire Spirit, Ice Spirit, you're gonna be able to get so much extra damage together with the spears, together with the spears, and together with the bush. So use your 1 elixir cards really well in this deck, get the maximum potential, and also, as I said earlier, this deck makes you better also in the game. So look at this, I'm just gonna go Evo Dark Golem high there, just wanna get like insane value there, and what a great log this was. Look at the Evo Dark Golem, just getting the poison on top of the recruits, man. Stupid recruits, stupid gang, everything is dead. This is so nice, and yeah, that's a really nice win. We're just gonna go over the emote, because that got us to now number 1 and 2 in the entire world, bro. I'm so excited, guys, and yeah, now it's time to get the third account to number 1, 2, and 3. So guys, facing off with Lord X-Plane, this guy is actually so goated with his signature deck. This guy is always using Pekka, Mega Minion, Knight, Ram Rider, Little Prince, Arrows, Zap, Barbarian, bro. He's always using this deck, and honestly, the best play he can honestly do against us is just gonna go for Pekka first play in the back, because it's actually, especially after splitting the wall breakers, it's not so easy for us to defend. So I'm just gonna always go Boss Band opposite lane, because at least we're forcing out something, like a Knight. But that was a really nice Knight place, because this Knight allowed him to, like, that the Pekka walks backwards. So I'm just gonna go for my Dark Golem there, trying to get some value, and now he's doing a smart play. Instead of going for arrows, he goes in Ram Rider, because the Ram Rider snare is gonna kill the Dark Goblin, and that means he's gonna be able to kill it immediately. Also goes in for a smart zap there, so we have to be really careful there. We're gonna take a ton of damage, but that's like what normally happens in this matchup in single elixir time when the opponent has Pekka in a starting hand. That's like what always Lonix does against me. He knows the matchup is really good for me, so his only kind of chance of him beating me is like sacrifice some damage early on and then go in for the Pekka in the back and just try to punish me for that. So I'm just going for my Ice Spirit there on the left hand side. Really nice Ice Spirit there, trying to get some maximum damage on the left hand side, but still it's not looking really too good here, so I'm kind of waiting, and now you're just gonna see a really interesting play from him. So he just goes immediately Ram Rider, which was a really bad Ram Rider, because I can just go like Boss Bandit here. Now I have Evo Wallies, man, and look at this. That's my favorite push of this deck, my signature push, Evo Wallies behind a Boss Bandit. So we're gonna be able to get a ton of damage there, and as you guys can see here, this is so nice for us, and we're gonna be able to get a ton of damage. I'm just gonna go for the Sus Bush at the bridge and doing a really good job there, and now I'm just gonna go immediately for my next Fire Spirit, Dark Goblin, some black. You can do it, like, you always have so many decisions. The reason I'm go Dark Golem is just like for the main reason I was talking earlier about, that we wanna go in for we want to go in for like the evolution, right? We want to get to the evolution next. So they were like really interesting wall breakers. They were honestly really bad, but at the end, like we still got a bit lucky that they were able to connect here. So the opponent's just gonna spam the Knight emote, man. I love this Knight Chi emote, man. Shout out to my good old boy Jinxie. So Ice Spit coming down there, just trying to get the maximum instant poison, because now look at this. Darkon got like 6, 7, 8, 9 shots off the Pekka, so the Pekka is gonna be dead in his half. I don't need to worry about that. Next Darkon with him cycled, getting to towards the Evo. So I could have maybe not popped this, maybe it would have been better, but now I could just like look at Darkon still on top of that. I could just go bush in the pocket, trying to get some extra thing. Just gonna go Fire Spirit there to pull it back. Ice Spirit now coming down. I could have logged this, but I was like not sure if I should log it, because I know he still had the free cut cycle on the board, because he just played his little prince on the left hand side, and this means he can go for like another Rambite, and this is why we're going for a late Ice Spirit, making sure he can't go pre-arrows, and we're gonna win this game. And this means soon we're gonna be number 1, 2, and 3 in the world after one more game. Yes. Okay, guys, now we're playing against Omar, and to be fair, Omar is a German player, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, he gifted me the win, bro. He gifted me the win. He stream sniped me, gifted me the win, because he was like, just like, okay, bro, get number 1, 2, and 3 in the world. And he's just like acting as a disconnect. Okay, maybe this guy had just a disconnect, right? Maybe it was just like my aura actually outplaying this guy, and he didn't want to play anymore against me because my aura was just too crazy. This might be the main reason. Or he just gave me a free win, and I'm a win trader, and fuck off, mortenroyale. There might be 2 different reasons, but this is it, guys. We got to number 1, 2, and 3 in the entire world in Clash Royale at the same time. I hope you guys enjoyed this Clash Royale video. In case you guys don't want to miss any Clash Royale content just like that, make sure to subscribe, make sure you use create a Morten shop, and I'm gonna be out. Thanks for watching, love you guys, and goodbye.